All right. Mic check, mic check. More the Masters podcast. I was made of course. Of course, man, I got a special guest, man. I got Tayrich in the building. How you doing, man?
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
What you been up to?
Chilling, man. No pushing the brand. Just dropped a new mixtape, Forever Throwing Tools.
Yeah, speaking of the brand, that's a lot that I want to get into, but first I want to get into that. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I wonder if we got a problem or something, because I got the media and stuff. I'm like, he ain't reach out, he ain't say nothing. I seen you in a few podcasts and stuff. I wear shirts. I got some gear now, so I can't complain. I got a nice little package here, so good things come to those who wait. But I was definitely like, damn. I was like, wonder if I should reach out, because I seen you pushing it at one point, but I was like, maybe he trying to do some other stuff. I don't know. Then I seen some podcasts, whatever. But timing is everything, so it worked out for the best.
I think you said it best. Timing, brother. I've been seeing you doing your thing. I've been tuned in, been watching everything going on. I just, like you said, timing. A lot of times I didn't think I had the right content or the material to even present myself on certain platforms. The music wasn't going on really. So, like you said, timing.
So, and I'm gonna go back, but I want to say this. I do remember one of the first songs I heard from you. It was on, I think DJ Mook had a mixtape.
Into the Street. Shout out DJ Mook. Into the Streets.
And I had him on, and I remember coming across that and liking it. I remember I called my sister like, yo, I didn't know he could rap. I never knew. I didn't know you did it. So, yeah, that was dope. Like just hearing that, and then I wish he would have kept doing it. I seen him post today about support and stuff. So I know he kind of going through his own thing, but I wish he bring that back. That was a good mixtape.
I just got the phone with my brother today, man, and I just told him these exact words, man. He got to bring it back. I just told him if he'd have been still doing this from 4 years ago, man, that platform would be so big right now. He'd be people be begging to be on the mixtape right about now.
Yeah, I mean, so me, I'm not a fan of like people like, I call it whining. I don't want to say he whining, but that's how it looks to the naked eye.
Correct.
Right? Because I know him, so I don't feel like he whining. I feel like he just genuinely asking a question. But on social media, you can't genuinely ask them kind of questions,
I told him tag him.
I
told him tag him.
Yeah, he might as well.
Ask the question, tag him. Let's start the conversation.
But I'll say, yeah, he would have been doing something nobody else is doing. And I actually seen a few people, I think Libra did it, that used to do the Culture Fest.
Shout out Libra.
And I want to say it's a producer guy that did it too. And I hate that I can't think of his name right now, but he had a list at one point, and he put one out too, like a mixtape. And I like, don't get it wrong, but the DJ Mook just seemed more organic. I feel like he really put like a nice piece of work together.
Most definitely.
Like I found a lot of artists just do that alone. Even when you think about Sabo, like my first song I heard Sabo, I was like, oh, he can rap. I'm like, I follow him already. I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to DJ Mook. He gotta keep pushing, man. Definitely want to start the podcast off with that. When I saw that today, I said I gotta start off with that and talk to him about that. But yeah, so I want to get into you. So what I normally do here is when I talk, we'll talk, the brand, the music and stuff, but I like to get to know the person a little bit too. And since I really don't even know that side of you anyway, it's perfect for me because I'll learn about you as well today. So let's start too. Like, wait, where you from? When you was born? Like,
Forever Throwing Tools. Once again, mixtape name, but that just come from me being from Pepper Ridge, and I say this neighborhood can never be duplicated. It's like 30, 40 people around the same age going to the school at the same time. And we just outside having fun, and Throwing Tools just became something for all of us to embrace. I'm from Pepper Ridge, Monte Carlo, Rumblewood, all that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, definitely a lot of y'all, especially at that age too.
Definitely.
Might have been one of the biggest groups I've seen,
Correct.
But when you talk about the dynamic of like the household, like what was that like? You the oldest, youngest? How many siblings you got? Like,
yes, I'm the oldest out of my mama and daddy, but my dad a Rolling Stone, man. That man got too many kids. I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you. Man.
And shout out to your pops, though.
Rate my time to my dad if y'all ain't know.
Yeah, I feel like I knew, but I found out today, like to confirm wise.
For sure.
I can see it now. Like looking at you, I can see it now. He's a little taller, well, a lot taller than you, but yeah, but still,
He's a little taller than me, yeah.
But what was that like? Like, cause he actually is a well-known person out here as well. So what was that like growing up, having him as your dad?
Man, that man, he got some rules on him, man. He make sure he the one keep you out of trouble. There was no twisting fingers in his household. Pants up, man. He was just a real dad, man. Got nothing but utmost respect for him.
And what about your mom? Like, talk about her a little bit.
That was my best friend. It's still my best friend. That was my best friend. That's my best friend. Love that lady. Never had to lie to her. Whatever she asked me to do, I'm gonna do. I'm a real family man. So I'm big on family.
When you say best friend though, like kind of define that for me. A lot of people say that, especially men with their mom. So like, what's the relationship like? Like I know you say never lie, but like, give me some details.
Like just whatever. Like if I want to get the car, I'm in 8th grade. If I want to get the car in 8th grade, my mom just go get the car. She go she see me liking girls. She put me to the side and tell me what I need to do, how to take care of. Make sure I'm using protection. She the first person to start buying me condoms. Middle school. You know what I mean? Like all around best friend. Like I couldn't ask another dude like, hey, buy me some condoms. I'm a little embarrassed. Feel me? Like older dudes and stuff. Mom dude's going to get them for me.
That was up. But driving. Yeah, I think that's the first time I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
You was. I'm not trying to be funny, but obviously you were short at the time, right? but you were driving a big truck though.
For sure.
That was crazy to me. I'm like, man, not only is he young and short, he driving a big ass truck.
1,500 way back then.
Yeah. And you drove it well. You
for sure.
You wasn't a bad driver. Mm-hmm. You drive cars better than you play basketball, I'll tell you that.
New York shit.
But yeah, all right, so just going from there, like how was it being the oldest? Like, and then you got how many? You got one sister or just one? I know of one.
Sisters, it's 4 of us. I got 2 sisters, 1 brother. Take it back. I
know a lot of kids. I know it's a lot of them.
It's a lot. Yeah, I got a lot of. I can't miss out on nobody. I got a lot of siblings.
How was that though? Like you having a lot of siblings, and obviously everything being on you. How does that feel?
Everybody look up to me. I'm like what would you say? The family favorite. They gonna hate that. I'm the family favorite though. So even from my siblings, even to my cousins, my big cousins, to my aunties, like I'm who everybody needs in their life. I feel like.
Okay, why you feel that way though?
That's
a big proclamation.
I don't want to keep the family together.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm the one who calling the family meetings, who makes sure everybody's still talking and keeping the communication. I'm the one to go see everybody in the family when nobody ain't talk to these certain family members. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm the one that's reaching out and talking to everybody still.
So I was trying to figure out how I was going to tackle it, but I got a few questions, and this is good for you to answer because how you answered in the beginning. So like describe during this time or whatever, I guess I'm gonna say middle school, high school. What was it like living in Pepperidge for you? And I asked that question solely because obviously we know Pepperidge is a nice looking neighborhood.
Correct.
All right. So off the rip, people automatically think flowers, daisies.
Yeah, correct.
Think it's cute, it's sweet,
Yeah.
So what was that like living in Pepperidge?
I thought the same. I lived like Bungalow Road before I moved to Pepperidge. And when I moved out there, I supposed to originally going to like Murphy like the next year or something. So I'm mad really going to Seagull. I'm like, man, Seagull, man, I pull up to Seagull look like Eastside High. I'm like, oh man, I'm talking about some lean on me type. Like, what's going on here? And then I started getting on all the guys in Pepperidge, and we just play basketball every day. And then, starting getting the road.
You played every day?
Probably every day.
You played every day?
Yeah, I whooped him a couple times on Gracewood, more than the Masters.
Him, Tony, your manager?
More than the Masters. Whooping him. Stop playing.
Yeah, never. But go ahead, keep going.
What was it? Yeah, whooping him.
That's the rapper side of you talking right there. I know how rappers do sometimes, so I get it. It's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, so hooping, just playing around, riding bikes, just the normal childhood stuff in Pepperidge.
So obviously I'm a little older than you, so I never I can't quote unquote say I hung out with you. I've seen you playing basketball and stuff like that. It was a lot of y'all. Correct. It was a lot of y'all all the time, and I always wonder like what was the dynamic there, because a lot of y'all, some of y'all was wild, some of y'all was just more chill. It was like so many different personalities. When I first went out in Pepperidge, people was doing like they may fight or whatever, they were doing stuff, but you got 10, 12, people that you got your starting 5, I guess.
Correct.
There's a bunch of y'all.
Correct.
So did you ever feel like maybe y'all had a reputation because there was a bunch of y'all and people just felt like?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, especially when we got like middle school and got to fight, fighting begins and stuff stands down from there, keep rolling over. It was definitely a problem, I guess you would say.
I only asked that because I don't know. I mean, I know what I hear, but I don't know like the neighborhood lifestyle stuff out here. But I've been keeping it a buck with you, right? So I hear a lot of stories, and not by y'all and stuff, but I hear a lot of stories in general, just in life in general. And it's a meme that go around that goes, we was wilding back in the days, like waking up at 6 o'clock and fighting in the morning.
Type shit.
That's crazy as hell when you think about it now.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I could do at 7 o'clock in the morning?
For real, man.
And niggas out there fighting because you're not from Pepperidge or because you are from Pepperidge, you know what I'm saying?
Just mean, just mad, just angry for no reason, man. I don't know.
And I don't think I ever really interview so I interview people and I taught people.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just keep it real. I can't lie to people. I taught people and interview people that may have been quote unquote around it. And I always say, you got your people that's around it, that's into it, and that's just like far from it, right?
Correct.
I didn't feel like I ever had any kind of allegiance to Pepper. My grandma lived there. That's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? So that was fine. I like people that was there. It's cool, but I wasn't born here. You know what I'm saying? But then you got people who also like might have been friends with you. So they might have been your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Cool with you. Y'all play ball, whatever, right? They not into it. They just around because by nature, right?
Correct.
But the way they talk sometimes, you would think they would, but that's the whole story. Yeah. And then you got the people that's just y'all. And I say that because if somebody see y'all, that's it. We going from there. Mm-hmm. The person that's talking about it, they ain't gonna do nothing to them because they never know it's like almost like today's world. People say, I got ops, but I be saying like, yeah, ops don't know that you ops because they ain't thinking about you, bro. Like, you know? Correct. So I always try to, box everybody into a group. So you're the first person I've seen that was actually like one of the people that was around and into it. Right? So I had to ask you how do y'all maneuver in that way, like in school? So I never been to a school where just because you from this neighborhood it's like that. Now, up there where I'm from, like it don't matter. You can be from my neighborhood, my block, not my block. If I don't like you, I don't like you.
For sure.
More gang affiliated, I guess, quote unquote. But this being more like neighborhood driven, and I guess you could say it's gang driven if you want to, depending on who you're talking to. But neighborhood driven. How was that? Like, what happens when you got a class with somebody? Like, what y'all did then?
When you got to do what now?
You had a class with somebody. So say you into it with another.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to use neighborhood because I don't want to stir up nothing, right? But
we get into it the valley and somebody PD in my class. I got PD in my class or something like that. Yeah. We just jiving all day on each other. It's still cool. We ain't fighting and we ain't doing nothing. We just chilling. I actually had Peter in my class. Nigga funny too.
Yeah, I had a class with him. He's funny. But I say that and say, but if you see the gas station, but it's on site.
Not really.
So I want to know how that worked. Now I'm curious because are y'all into it or not?
We really weren't even into it like that. It was just probably see each other at a party and somebody talking to this girl. That's his girl, but he helping his homeboy. They just so happen to be from other neighborhoods and stuff like that. That's really how it went.
But I say this to say like...
But I never really had problems with people. I just really... That's my partner. I'm right with my partner.
But so in school, like, or in outside, like, you don't have to worry about somebody asking you a question about that, or...
Yeah.
You can't pump gas at the Sprint because...
I ain't got no
I live in Pepperidge. Even though you got your own gas station, I guess, but, still.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
I asked the question just because I know a lot of stuff went viral around that time. I think it was something at Richmond. Just high school. Like y'all bunch was just kind of crazy.
It was, high school was definitely a time, man. But it wasn't, I don't think it's what people make it seem to be. Well, it's just fighting. I feel like it was a lot of fun overall. But I guess me looking at it back then, I hate that to be my kids, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I guess. Y'all was some badass kids.
It was bad.
I mean, you talking around about, I'm going to keep it a bean. Like, we had fun. No, it wasn't fun.
It was fun, though.
No, it wasn't. I would love to ask somebody who's on the receiving end of like getting an ass open, how fun it was for somebody. You know
they probably said the same thing, though. Because, like, after we beat their ass or something, like, they probably want to be cool for real. 9 times out of 10.
Nah, but see.
In high school, after high school became problems for real.
Well, it depends. I guess it depends. So I want to ask, like, what? I guess from that high school y'all grow, what makes it all right? It's not a problem no more. Like, at what point do people like mature and be like, hey, it was never that deep. We good. To it like maybe you was into it with somebody high school, middle school, whatever. But now you older, it's like it ain't that deep. Or is it ever that way? It's always that deep and just like fuck.
Like you said, a lot of people be like guilty by association when you like. Because he hang with somebody. A lot of times that's what it stems from. People hanging from other people. Like 9 times out of 10, when people thought we were beefing with people, we probably never even knew them, never met them, never seen them. It's just we got into it with his homeboy that he be with, but we never met them. You know what I mean? So people like, how you cool with such and such? Man, I never met this man for real.
That makes sense. Makes more sense now. And when you being younger, I'm asking this question because like when you're younger, like you don't think about like how easy it is to get anybody, technically speaking. Like you said, we all talk about Gracewood, play at Gracewood.
Correct.
So that one day everybody playing at Gracewood could be the day somebody just get caught up.
It'd be like that too.
Yeah. And for anybody, any neighborhood, technically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Correct. But I don't think we think you having fun, not realizing that you really into it with somebody that.
Correct. It could have been you out there at Gracewood for real.
Yeah.
On the humble.
Yeah. That's true. All right. So, at what age, like, would you rap in high school as well?
Yeah. Somewhat. Yeah. I wanted to. I was doing little remixes to songs and stuff.
So, aside from the rapping part, what were you like? How were you in high school? Like, talk about your high school. Middle school, you driving. All right.
Yeah.
High school, what you doing?
I really linked up with Oreo in middle school also, and that's when Oreo making the beats and stuff. So I got Oreo at the house almost every day. I had the studio set up back then. I recording people.
I remember hearing about that. Okay.
Yeah, I recording people back then. And then what the question was again? My fault.
Just how you was in high school.
In high school.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Yeah. In high school, I was just a cool kid. I feel like if you ask anybody, they probably tell you the same. Bad. I don't think I was bad. What you think? Think I was bad?
Not to me, no.
Yeah,
but like I said, it's hard for me to answer that question because, like I said, when you're younger than somebody, I'm not looking at the situation how everybody's looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not looking at it that way.
Okay.
I'm looking at so I don't want to say his name, but I say manager. I'm assuming it's your manager.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So he ain't right. To me, in my opinion, I would say he was bad. Yeah. Did I ever see him, let's say, like, get in trouble? No, but I know he was fighting. So I always heard about him fighting or something like that.
I don't think fighting make you bad.
I think so.
I teach my daughter to fight.
I see that. That's a different kind of fighting. I'm not talking about that kind. See,
I wish I was in it.
That's a healthy kind of fighting, though.
Yeah, I feel like it's the same.
And I'm gonna take that back.
That's like playing basketball in the street versus playing basketball in the gym.
I take it back. It's back to what you were saying about association. Maybe he wasn't bad. I don't know. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I rarely saw him in school until my 12th grade year because he never came to school. But
never came to school.
I think because, to my opinion, if I'm wrong, let me know. But his older brother had a lot of problems.
Yeah,
all the time. It seemed like
he probably the biggest reason for all this. Screwing everybody, girls, all that shit.
No, I didn't want to say that, but I was like, when you think about the Pepper and Apple Valley and all the beefs, when I first came down here, his older brother was the middleman of all this stuff. You know?
I promise. I used to hate seeing that shit.
I always respected the fact that, though, like, he just didn't care.
Yeah, he did.
So if I said, when you say you having fun, I only want to know because I've seen him on a winning end of a fight, losing end of a fight. Just doesn't care.
He don't.
I never seen anybody like that before.
Correct.
Like, really would win, like, convincingly, almost like the Sprints and Crawford.
Yeah.
But then also lose the same way and, oh well, outside the next day.
Yeah, for sure.
Black guy, he don't care. Never seen nothing like it. I was like, oh yeah, I want to do that. That's crazy.
He different.
Definitely different.
He different.
It hit different when you come outside in a black eye and when you win and you have the same attitude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just crazy.
I swing on you too.
Yeah, like, nah, I'm good, bro. I don't want none of that. That's crazy. I just say what's up and kept moving. Like, I never even.
Sure.
But people like that. Like, what I will say is people like that, and these people you around, these people that you know, and y'all, people look at y'all a certain way because they don't know y'all. So they hear about the fighting. They hear about this. They see this. They see that. But really, they be regular people, bro. Like, I've also seen them joke like he's one of us, like just a regular person. You know what I'm saying? You hear about him as a myth, you know, or he did this or this happened. But really, he's just a regular person. And I want, like, for you, in your opinion, like, how do you view people that in your crew or in your time or whatever?
Saying like family, like little brothers and stuff, and like you was just saying, like you hear the myths and stuff. Like I met this young dude from Pepper Ridge. I can't even think of his name, and then but he telling me stories about me. He's like, I remember when you beat like 3 people up at one time. Like, bro, you just was young. You don't remember me beating up no 3 people, bro. Like,
yeah, we got to
you feel me? You feel me? So like,
that happened for real?
Yeah, for real. Like, true story. Like, what? Nah, bro, you tripping, bro? So the myths be real. No, like they be. I feel like they probably just be so young and what they seen. I don't know what it be, bro. I can't even explain it.
I'm sorry. The story is real though.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Not me actually beating up 3 people. That's what you're saying?
That didn't happen?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was asking that, like, what the heck? So why he felt that way?
I have no idea, brother.
That's crazy.
You feel me?
I commend you. I'm gonna clap you. I'm gonna give you a clap. I commend you because most people would have been like, yeah, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nah. Too much on it. That's too much of a reach. No.
That's dope. That's dope.
No.
So I mean, in your life, like what for this from that part of things, like when did you feel like you started to mature, or was you always mature? I don't know. And be
Prison.
like, okay, huh?
Prison.
All right. So I don't know if you want to skip over that or not. I don't know how you want to do that.
I'm speaking on it.
Okay, cool. Because sometimes people say stuff on this pod, and then when you ask them questions, they give you some crazy ass answer. Now we both crazy.
If it's too crazy, I'm just
No, I got you. I mean, I'm glad with that, but you'd be amazed at the stuff I've encountered.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move backwards from the prison. So like, I guess what was it that led you to have to go to prison?
Protecting family. It wasn't no neighborhood shit, nothing like that. I don't know if I cuss or not.
No, yeah, you good.
Yeah.
The dope part about what you just said is like I asked you earlier, like how was it being the oldest?
Correct. Protect.
So yeah, you got to protect.
Yeah.
Was that a situation you felt like you could have avoided, or you felt like it actually was needed to be done? As you reflecting,
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's nothing I can really avoid. It's like when you black out and heat of emotions, if you can avoid it, it gonna take you time to go sit down, think about what you finna do. But when you're in a situation like that, you really just blank out.
And how long you had to do?
3.5 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
I don't want to do 3.5 days.
Yeah, I promise. I was like, hey, when I got the sentencing, I was like, hey, I'm cool. Yeah, like y'all talking about 25 years. That scared me. Like, yeah, they could let me out that day.
Hey, quiet as kept. I got this theory that I feel like sometimes you ain't got to sentence somebody. I feel like just give them a face sentence. Yeah. I think that's enough to be like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Put a whole prank on me just then. I would have been cool.
They could have just punked you.
Yeah. And then when I got locked up, bro, like I got locked up with the killers. Poncho my roommate. I'm like, oh Lord, my mother come get me real quick.
What was the experience like in there? Like, as far as how you got
or
through
jail.
it? Yeah. Either one. How you got through it? Like, because before you went to prison, have you been in it before?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so the jail part wasn't new to you.
Yeah, the jail part in the prison was new.
Got you.
I went to jail when my brother died first.
Your real brother?
Lil Brandon.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, when Brandon died, went to jail the same day. Missed his candlelight and all that stuff. After that, I just started going to jail on little humbugs and stuff.
Oh, the first time, how long were you in jail for?
Just like a couple days, like 3-4 days. And then got out, and then like it seemed like every Christmas I was just getting locked up, missing Christmas, New Year's every year.
You told me you wasn't bad. I don't know. I just feel like now you going every Christmas.
Bad luck. It's different from being bad.
Okay.
I had bad luck on me. That's all.
You had bad luck on you?
On me.
Like in your pocket or?
Like it just aura.
Okay, I got you.
Bad luck aura. Like I just couldn't do nothing right for real. Like it was just, I don't know. I can't even explain. I still can't explain to this day.
What'd your pop say around this time? I'm curious now because I know he got his own set of principles, morals, and values. Like, what was his feelings towards you during this run of bad luck?
Man, my mom.
What he told you?
He just told me to keep my head up and keep my faith in God, stuff like that. My mama and my daddy, man, they probably lost about 20 pounds while I was locked up, like just looking sick. They was just sick. Whole family was sick.
So during this time, and I hate to go back, but during this time, you got this string of bad luck. But as someone who is the glue to the family, or the favorite, what's that doing to the family at this point?
They don't, like I said, the myths. So they don't know if you bad. They don't really know your character.
Because they hear these stories as well.
Correct. And they still young, like your little brothers and sisters. They still young. So they just hearing stories of what other people telling them. So, gradually my little brothers don't want to be bad also. I got a little brother down the road right now, free little Devin. And when I came home, I'm telling him, like, bro, you need to stop being bad. And he's like, bro, shut up. Like, I heard you was bad. Like, it was like I couldn't tell him nothing by the time I came home. He was like 17 when I came home. I really couldn't tell him nothing. All he knew is what he heard when I came home. It was like he was his own young individual at the time.
What's your thoughts on that? Like, as far as society and how much we praise that though. Because I mean that get praised a lot. Like you go to jail, do your time. Sometimes it get praised. Sometimes more than you after living your life without getting arrested, or you making straight A's, or you graduating college early, or you getting a job and $100K salary and your benefits and 401K. We don't really praise that
Correct.
stuff in that way. But somebody going to jail, like it's easy to gravitate and cling on to, like, I want to be like him.
Correct. I don't know how to explain that. I don't like to glorify. Even when I did an interview with Jazzy, J. Paul.
Yeah.
And
shout out to J. Paul.
Yeah, shout out to J. Paul. And I was telling him I ain't even want to talk about it because I just didn't want to glorify it. And I'm already doing the song Hot Boy, so I was like, man, I need to tone down a little bit before this go viral.
That was y'all. That's another fire record. Yeah.
So I was like, let me try not to make this shit seem worse than what everybody already thinking. You know what I mean?
And that's why I asked you that question, because I don't think it's no like really right answer. And first of all, I don't think that people don't want to praise the person that's going to college, but it's almost like they did what they're supposed to do, kinda, And I think because like you might rap or whatever, but the content of stuff we selling and we saying, it seems like we're glorifying it. We're not really glorifying it. You're just kind of talking about your life.
Yeah, correct.
Like, I'm pretty sure you didn't ask to go to jail. You didn't say, take me to jail so I can make a rap song.
Correct.
It just happened to happen. And then you rap. So you're talking about stuff you've been through,
Yeah, most definitely. Especially with the music, yeah, like you said, got to talk about what we've been through, and I actually definitely been through a lot. So I try to tell the good and the bad with the music, for real though. From losing my homeboys to drugs, to the time, to getting my mind back right, to think about the money, to being with the family. I try to integrate all that in my music, for real. And even with my little brothers and sisters, some go get it, some not.
That's a fact. And then one more question about I do want to ask about the thing, because you say you went to prison. With that situation, like for your family, did that bring y'all closer, separate y'all more? And then also with anybody that's involved, like, is that a situation you feel like it can be rectified, or it's kind of like it just is what it is?
Yeah, might be. I think it's rectified. But as far as family, brought the family closer, but during time, you lose your loved ones, for real. You lose some of your family members that you can't even go and see the funeral or nothing. So I don't know what to say, is make it closer, or you still lost a lot of stuff at the same time. So I don't know how to even put that. I don't know how to say if it's closer or not.
Whatever you feel like you might have learned or matured during your 3.5 years, would you say it was worth it? Would you say that sit down was worth it?
Definitely. Most definitely. I had a roommate named Big Boy, Free Quadribona. He doing a life sentence right now. First man, get in my ear and try to teach me how to just chill. Think about money. Focus on money. Focus on what you go do next. Focus on your future. I'm in a gambling, playing poker, getting mad. I'm still want to fight. Hey, meet me in the room. Get it in. Bro, like, hey, bro, why you always want to fight? I'm like, bro, you can try me. He like, hey, trying you. Man, you know who trying you? I'm like, who? No officers, when they tell you to take your clothes off, squat, call, turn around. You're like, you ain't bucking up back there. Look at my DR sheet. He showed me his DR sheet. Assault on officer. So you're like, you ain't doing this, bro. These niggas ain't trying you. You're like, then you don't feel like that's trying you, bro. You ain't got no reason to be in here fighting, man. Get you some money, get out here, and don't come back. I got a life sentence. So he really shaped me to look at stuff different. You know, when they say, cup half full, half empty.
Yeah.
Like one of those situations, you know what I mean?
And I'm just curious now, like with him being your roommate, what was it like having somebody who got life? Meanwhile, obviously we talking about 3.5 years. Nobody want to do 3.5 years, right? Yeah. Of course, but like somebody really left the courtroom one day and they never come home.
Yeah.
Like if you look at it that way, it's kind of crazy, right? Like he's, and I'm not saying he can't. I don't know.
He got possible parole. Hopefully my boy get it too.
But for us, he a black guy.
Yeah.
So for a black guy, that's just something they throw on there. I just feel like, of course you want people to come home, but the reality of it is he went to the courtroom one day, got sentenced, and they told him, you never coming back out.
Most definitely.
What kind of wisdom do you get from somebody like that, though? Because I'm pretty sure they full of it.
Yeah, most definitely full of it.
Or a second chance that you cherish, because it could be anybody.
He let me know, like, a lot of people don't deserve it. He one of the people that definitely don't deserve it. He ended up definitely for self-defense. He got shot in the head and ended up killing somebody. They tried to give him like 5 years. He ain't take it. He went to trial. He like, man, I got shot in the head and took his gun. But wisdom wise, man, he done seen it all, man. He on his 25th year right now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he on his 25th year right now.
That's tough. That is tough. That's tough to hear. So when you win there and you are you looking at it this way, or are you kind of just like whatever? But how you looking at it, like
as far as his sentencing or prison?
Not just that, just opportunity. Because like I said, you have a date to come home. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
This person don't. But it's a bunch of people in there as well that don't have dates to come home. But here you are, you gambling, you trying to fight this person, trying to fight this person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, meanwhile, you got an opportunity to better yourself for the next, 36 months, whatever case may be, and you come home. Somebody been there about 80 months and they just ain't nothing changing for them.
Yeah, I don't think I ever sat down and really looked at it to even process it to say how I feel about it. But freedom guys.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to hear. That's crazy to hear. But so you come home. I want to get into like the brand of the music, right, at this point. So let's start with the brand first. What made you come up with this clothing line, No Longer Humble?
Me, my partner Matt Rad, Oakland, we just sitting in the studio, band, and we just discussing why our mistakes, like why we think we ain't got no what with this shit, really. And it was like, man, you know what, y'all too humble. Like, and just stuck, like, man, hey, boy, that's the brand name right there, boy. That No Longer Humble, man. We got to change it, and we started doing definitions and trying to find the meanings of these words. And humble stood at humble was lowering yourself to basically make somebody else feel better. So we're like, we just trying to find out our meaning to no longer humble now. So we saying find out your purpose and be that on purpose.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
And if you can, like,
elaborate.
What's some things in life you think you've done where you might have humble, like you did the definition that you just explained
of being humble.
Yeah, to lower
like playing you in basketball. I let them win when I know I could beat them. So I was being humble. I let them win like a little kid. I songed them.
Okay, I got you. So
yeah.
So technically speaking, I could have been the humble. I was the humble person. Technically speaking,
maybe. Half cup, empty, half full.
Oh,
however you want to look at it.
I'm looking. It's only one way. When it's me and you, it's only one way.
Somebody might say it look half empty. I'm gonna say it half full every time.
I think me playing you and just giving you that time of day is kind of like,
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Good one.
I get a little practice in.
But yeah, I think that's a humble moment. I think I can ask you a question.
Yeah, sure.
Who you think humble? What would be your definition of humble? Kobe or AI?
Of humble?
Yeah, or no longer humble. Either one. Say humble or no longer humble, or whoever you say.
If we talking strictly just being humble,
of the game.
Yeah, I would have to say Kobe.
Humble.
Yeah, and the reason being is because I've watched him talk about other players that's great, and he don't always like put himself over them. Like I watched him describe him, Michael Jordan, and LeBron one time, and he pretty much was like, "You don't get me without Mike. You don't get LeBron without me." You know what I'm saying? Almost like he ain't say I'm better. I'm the best.
Have you heard him on ads? Have you heard on ads who will win out of him and Michael Jordan?
No.
He say him, but why I say that, I feel like Kobe is the no longer humble over AI. AI said F practice. Like, I just got the skills. Kobe said, I found my purpose and I'm doing this on purpose. I'm day in, out in the gym, perfecting my gift. So when it's 4 seconds on that clock and I pass half court, I could take this shot over 5 people because I practiced this. I kept going at it. I feel like Kobe is the definition of no longer humble. I feel like Mamba mentality is almost the definition of no longer humble.
I could ride with that. And then also, Kobe got 5 rings. Yeah, I didn't get the ring, so.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure that
I feel like humble people won't take the opportunity.
True. I mean, look at AI career. It's probably that way as well, too. He wouldn't do certain things. Wouldn't be in that team if he couldn't start. I can see that.
Correct.
I can see that. That's dope. Okay, I can see that. But, so as you make this, at what point do you say it's going to be a clothing line? I know we come up with these slogans and things we're just going to say. It's kind of like to get us in the right state of mind and to keep us moving and going forward. But like, what made you think, okay, clothing line, and then start branding it and designing clothes?
I always knew that was a piece of what was missing from the music also. It's the merch behind it. So I felt like with the music, people try to, what it's called, pick sides with the music. With the brand, it was like, I really wasn't even trying to put my face on it at first. I'm like, people will go mess with it from the name. I started doing pop-ups and selling to random people basically.
Yeah.
And then it started gravitating to people we know. So I feel like it was no more picking sides. It was like, oh, he got it on. Eventually, whenever I pop back out with the music, they'll gravitate to the music.
I mean, that's a good distinction you just made though, because when you making music, because you got to promote it, it got to be you. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like they can choose not to mess with the music solely because it's you doing it.
Correct.
With a brand like that, you can put on somebody, they don't know who it is. I like that shirt. Where you get it from? Oh, this is such and such. It's not saying you. It's just it's no longer humble. So at that point, you get a genuine, a gravitation towards your brand. So I like that's good marketing.
Mm-hmm.
You took marketing in prison?
I did not.
Okay, I'm making sure you can get that from somebody else. I'm just gotta check you out sometime. You know. And when I first seen the brand, like I said, I honestly didn't know it was you either. I had seen it floating around, but didn't know.
That was.
What was, and so the idea behind that is that you felt like maybe if you just kind of put it out there in the ether, see who gravitates towards it, and then when you start making music, boom, it's attached to that.
Yeah, most definitely. It's coming very soon. QR codes be attached, and business cards will be in all the packages. And
you ever plan on like getting a shop?
Definitely. I said a shop or like a mobile boutique type.
Yeah, I mean, all right.
Like treat it like rap and try to go on tour.
I don't think anybody doing that. I don't think that's a thing. That anybody
not with implementing music. Like I'm thinking like going to the A, set up shop here, sell some clothes here, and get with the right people, get a walkthrough, go to the club, get a walkthrough with the music, all that type of shit.
I like that. Okay, that's dope. Music wise though, man, I want to talk about your evolution of music though, because I'm assuming you wasn't like I heard the project. I like the project. I even said it before. I think I said it to you first, and I made a video. I'm not sure how I did it, but I try to be as genuine as possible when I'm dealing with somebody's art. So I think when it first came out, I didn't listen to it at first.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let me just wait and see what people say, you know. And then I want to say I heard a snippet on your story or something. I was like, okay, I like that. Let me find it. And I seen a post. Thought it was kind of wild. It had a post and I had a link. I'm like, hey, where the link at? Come on, tighten up, guys. All right. But anyway, I got the link from my guy, you know what I'm saying? And I listened to it. I said, oh, I like this. You know, at first I'm all right, get in the car. My daughter's kind of bopping her head to it. I'm like, okay, they ain't say turn this shit off. All right. I judge music on my kids.
Most definitely.
They say turn it off. I'm like, hey,
for sure.
And so I liked it. So I want the evolution because I feel like, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. You didn't always have that niche. You wasn't always in that pocket of that kind of music.
Correct. I definitely tried something different on this one. I started off doing music with Uka, Power Play, with Two Street.
That was a group?
That was like my own little label, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a little label called Power Play before I went to prison.
No, you and Uka, were y'all a group?
Yeah, when I came home from prison. But it's the start. Uka still was around.
Okay.
From Power Play. So it was like 5 of us, and that Koala was messing with us, or we had everybody around, really. And then when I came home from prison, it was me and Uka. We dropped Hot Boy and stuff. We did a tape. I know this is my first solo project right here. So I figured I'd try to come a little different.
With this being your first solo project, like what was the difference between the solo project being made and then like making ones in the past where it's kind of like multifaceted and then the creativity side? Because you kind of got to give in. You might say I don't like the way this is done, but you can't be the person that always say I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? You kind of got to give into what your man might say. You might like that. So
I think you answered it perfect. I think what you just said is the perfect answer.
Sometimes it is, you know. Yeah, I'm known as a perfect type guy.
But like you said, when you're doing a group project, it's like I'm not just telling my story or my side, so the song ain't solely on me. And I try to make sure we bringing our creativity together, like you said.
But would you say you had more fun making this project versus any other project you had?
Most definitely. I knew I wanted to drop this out. When I got done, I was like, call manager, like, hey bro, we got to drop this. Like, I tried to get Mook on to do the DJ. I tried to get Mook the DJ. Mook was procrastinating.
Hey,
he called me like, hey bro, I procrastinate. I'm like, hey, I'm about to just drive it, bro. I just want to. My daughter really pushed me to do it. She like, Daddy, I can't find your music on the internet, and you been rapping every day in here. Drop some music. And my daughter don't bite her tongue for nobody. So I did it for my daughter overall though.
Shout out to her first of all. I have seen the videos of her boxing and stuff. I like that. That's dope. I like your relationship though. Like I do like when I see people I know or that I know of, whatever, and they being good fathers. Like, cause it's not. I'm not saying it's rare because I don't believe in that as rare. Cause I know a lot of good dads.
Same.
But like you go above and beyond. Like you got good dads and you got like like great dad. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you I got a good relationship. And I like that. That's fire. But like, and what was supposed to be the mold for the project, and then what came of it? Like when you thought in your mind, okay, I'm making a project now. I want to make a project. Or was that even thought process? Did you know you're making a project? You just made a bunch of songs put together. Did you go recording intentionally to make a wholesome project? Like how did that work?
I thought of the name first. Then I hit up OG Trip and got the flyer made. Forever Throwing Tools. And what I had no music. I just knew I wanted to drop a tape called Forever Throwing Tools. And then once I got the tape back, the cover back, I was like, oh man, that shit too hard. It took me like 7 days to do tape. Like 7 days, and the thought process.
You showing off now. You showing off now.
I promise.
You showing off now.
I promise. Like
I'm not. I like the tape. Like
I promise, like 7 days.
I will say this, and now you could believe it. Not if I like the tape, you wouldn't even be here. Like, and cause I like you. It'll be cool, right? I do not like interviewing rappers unless the music is really good. You know what I'm saying? So when I listen, I say, okay, I gotta get them on. I ain't want y'all think I was BSing. You know, studio wise, I was messed up, but
sure.
I knew I needed to have you on. I remember even told my sister, she's like, "You have him on for us?" I said, "Yeah." She thought I was joking. She called me because I don't have rappers on.
For sure.
She thought I was just playing. So now I'm dead. I'm happy. I said, the tape is fire. Like, I like it. I want to talk about the tape a little bit. In the tape, the intro, I just think when you make an intro, like how you made the intro, I feel like intro is set the tone up for a tape.
Most definitely.
And just from the intro alone, I knew, I said, oh, he probably got no skips on here. I don't know why, I just thought that.
You said it.
I said, he got no skips on here. I was wrong. I'm playing. I was right for real. No, seriously, like, it was no skips. I was listening to it the first 3 times, all the way through.
Appreciate it.
It was hard to pick a favorite because like the vibe I got from the project was it's just like get money.
Correct.
Just get money. I ain't saying get it a negative way or positive. I'm just saying get money.
Yeah.
Just don't sit around and do nothing.
Correct.
Like I can listen to it even from the beginning, and it's almost like just also as you going along, like think about the mistakes you're making, the mishaps people around you that's making, and stay in your square. You know what I'm saying? Like be on point.
Yeah. Get focused. Every
song like get focused, get money. Get focused, get money. You made that song like 12 times. I felt like just over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
did, for
that's how I felt. I was like, this is motivational.
Yeah,
I like
sure.
that.
Yeah.
I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, don't go in there trying to make this bang bang shoot 'em up and then this deep music ain't you, Kendrick Lamar or Drake. Just be yourself, you know. And I think that's why the project is what the project is, because I think it's really you. You seem focused. Like you're not lazy. Don't seem like, at least to me. I don't know. Matt, he lazy? Okay, he ain't lazy. The manager gonna know. The manager gonna know.
What that work ethic like, man? I'm going on work, man.
Okay, hey. Yeah. All right, it's gonna show on the project and show on the music. You know what I'm saying? I do want to say shout out DJ Mook. He missed the opportunity, man. You know?
Yeah, man. I was mad about that for real.
I'm mad at him right now.
I love him.
Imagine him doing what he's doing, and then having him attached to what the project and what the project doing. That'd be that level up he needed. That'd be that one thing.
From though.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Yeah, he messed up. Yeah. Next one he got to be on it now. Yeah, that's on him. He can't play with him. But you mentioned something, and I wanted to ask you about it. I didn't want to ask you about it earlier because I wanted to kind of talk about it through music. Matter of fact, you're not gonna be able to hear it, but I'm gonna play a little bit of it real quick. I want to play a little bit of that song because I like the intro a lot. It's a star for me. Broken Heart. This is Broken Heart right here. Let me play a little bit real quick.
Get back in that mode, no more fucking off.
Look, I had to get back in that mode, no more fucking off. She say I'm dope, cause when I spit it, I always keep it raw. And I'ma always keep some paper, I don't know what you thought. And you gon' always be a hater, cause that's just who you are. It's in your heart, nigga. In the city where I'm from, you gotta be smart, nigga. If everything comes to the light, why wait the dark, nigga? This shit a gamble, man, you gotta play your cards, nigga. They ever play you, bitch, you better make a spark. This shit do it die like Twister, nigga, don't get it twisted. Way before they called them blickies, we was told them blickies. I remember my first 10 hour rockin' diggas. Somebody should've told me 5 came with a long sentence. Somebody probably did tell me, I probably just didn't listen.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna play stuff as I go and ask your question. You said somebody probably did tell me, I probably just didn't listen.
Correct.
I asked you, were you hard-headed earlier? You said no.
I wasn't. You said for my mother.
Oh, but everybody else, you just dependent.
And then after high school, it's like more protecting. Like I said, this is my best friend, so it's like keep something on you. My little brother just died, so it was a little different around that time. But I should have still knew better. People still told me on some
Younger,
sit your ass down, boy.
younger version of you. Just I feel like all teens, especially men, boys, whatever, we not really receptive of advice because we going through and we always feel like you don't really know, but they do know.
Yeah,
They done been through it already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but we feel
most
like, nah, you don't really know, bro. Like you don't know what I'm going. I do know. I've been there.
Yeah,
But I think younger us, we also.
I think it changes a little bit.
True.
Like the era of like even in the song I said, everybody got a switch. You know, I kept my semi. Like we know what's going on, but we can't tell these little kids about what's going on. They got switches.
Yeah.
And before, I got a semi. My mom can't tell me no when they just really fighting in school for real. And she telling me, you know what I mean? Like these ain't gonna be your friends forever. All that, like giving me their advice when society is changing constantly.
And you know, quiet as kept though, they wasn't your friends forever.
Correct.
A lot of
Correct.
things,
you know what I mean? Correct.
I just always think that sometimes like
I tell my daughter that every day now.
and honestly, you know what's funny? She ain't gonna understand until she gotta understand it.
I promise.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't even gonna matter.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, let me play. Oh, it's a part I want to.
Remember my first time being starstruck, seeing dirty dishes. Everybody got a switch, you know I kept my semi. And I ain't got everything I want, so all I know is get it. And I ain't rich as fuck yet, but I ain't broke neither. It fucked me up, one of my hood heroes started using needles. But
All right, I don't want names. I'm just gonna throw it out there. You said it messed you up. One of your hood heroes started using needles.
Just seeing everybody going out like junkies. Everybody, man. It's just some of the real people that the reason I'm throwing these up right here, like.
So that was like a metaphor, but it's not necessarily needles, or maybe it is, but it's just more so just using these hard drugs.
Yeah, just doing junkie activities.
All right. Keep going. I like this stuff, man. See? Yeah, you can rap a little bit.
Judge my nigga, this life we live. It's hard to live with all this shit, plus running from the reap. Before I lay down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Praying for forgiveness, I'm like, Lord.
I ain't gonna lie, my favorite part.
Broken heart.
The hook, when you said Lord, that's my favorite part.
Yeah,
I had to run it back. I said, run it back. I said, he said, Lord. I had to run it back.
Broken heart. This shit ain't sweet and candy, nigga. This shit real life. Seeing your best friend on that stretch, you know what that feel like. Then getting locked.
All right. So that's the part where you said, you mentioned it earlier. You said seeing your brother on that stretcher, you know what that feel like, and then getting locked up, something like that. I ain't played it.
And getting locked up the next day, man. It can't be life.
And I know we spoke about you maturing later on in life, right? But I mean, just from what I know of the situation, you was kind of younger at that situation. I know he was younger than you, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, he was younger than me.
But y'all was still young, about 15, I'm guessing.
Like, I was 17.
17?
He died at 16.
16. Yeah,
Just turned
yeah,
16.
That was
30 days.
Okay. 16,
He was
17.
15.
How much of that situation you feel like molded you? Because that was like a big deal. That's
that was a dark cloud on my life. Like that was part of the bad look. Like I just like I don't even know how to explain that era. It's really blacked out, bro. I don't know what I was doing right then.
I remember having Mayo on.
Junkie activity.
I like that.
For sure.
I like that.
Dark cloud, man. Not focused. Junkie activity.
But y'all was so young. Like, you speak to his mom still?
Yeah. That's mama.
Was it when in the real time, was it hard to speak to her? And I only asked this question, and maybe it wasn't, I don't know, but when you have a parent, lose a child, I don't know if you felt this at all. So if you didn't, I'm not trying to put on you. I don't know no more information I didn't know, but did you ever feel like it's something you could have prevented? Something that could have been prevented?
Most deaf.
So like, is it hard to speak to a parent or I wonder if it's hard for that parent to speak to y'all,
Most definitely. Mama Robin, that's the strongest lady I know, man. She took everybody in, like, she made everybody else from Pepper Ridge closer, I feel like. Especially after the little Brandon situation. We meet up at the gravesite, just talk about everything. That's a strong lady though. But now I don't think it was tough. And for her, I don't know. It's just a tough lady, man. So I can't answer on her part, on her behalf. It wasn't tough for her.
Yeah.
But for me to talk to her, it wasn't.
I always wondered about whether or not that's something I wanted to, because I always want to do documentaries on that. If that was something I want to touch on. It's just that it's because when you know people,
correct,
it's so close. It's
I've been thinking about it too, for real.
But I be feeling like sometimes it's needed because I think that situation, at least to me, I can't speak for anybody else, it's one of them things where whenever somebody talk about Pepper Ridge, that's a subject matter that always comes up.
Correct.
because it was the start of a lot of other things, and then like the start of I think too, looking at Pepperidge as like, oh, this is kind of a dangerous neighborhood. It's not. You know, I tell you,
Ain't want how we look at
flowers
it,
and all
yeah,
that stuff,
same.
but it was like when you hear, especially you hear the details of certain things, you're like, damn, it's kind of dark for you know what I'm saying. I had Mayo on,
My brother.
well, when I first started, and he spoke on it, and I remember whether Chris want to put it out, I never put it out because you could see like his eyes get a little watery talking about it, so you could tell he didn't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But also just wanted to open up about it. But anytime he talks to somebody about it, you can see that every time, no matter how long, it still hurt. Like it don't never go away. You know, and almost like you could still hear him sometimes. You know, and for you, I mean, y'all was closer. I knew him, but I mean, y'all was way closer. You know, is that like, do you think about it every day? Is it something that be in the back of your mind?
I try not to too much dwell, but I most definitely, it's a part of me. I got a brother on me.
When if you can, like, tell anybody that's watching, like, how was he? Like, what was he like?
Cool player, love the women, love the money. Like, that's all it was. And he could fight. So,
Yeah,
I heard about it.
he was cool, man. He was, I know he was a young kid, you know what I'm
Real
saying?
young,
Just,
yeah.
the last time I seen him, I remember taking him home. It rained at Gracewood. I had to drop everybody off, you know, playing ball, of course, not major. And then he needed a rock, it started raining. And I took him home, and that's the last time I ever seen him.
Yeah, that dude was so funny, man.
Definitely a funny kid.
That dude was so funny, man. He go bright up the room, I promise. He go bright up the room. It's just unfortunate events, fortunate time. I definitely wish I could have started for sure. Wish I could start all that shit. But as far as the documentary thing, we were just talking about the same thing. Like, I feel like that story alone, I feel like that's what people want to hear from me, and it'd be so hard even. Like right now, I'm getting chills like a motherfucker. Like it'd be so hard for me to even talk about it for real.
I could feel that. For me, like, I guess because when you know it, you don't have to ask about it. You know what I'm saying? I heard it enough. You know.
Yeah, most definitely.
I just be wanting people to have a memory of him, so people to to name alive. We not forgetting about it, because I just never want that to happen again. I feel like I don't know. From what I know, my details, it could have been avoided, but egos. Like I said, he could fight egos. You know what I'm saying?
That's all, bro.
So I go back to what I was saying earlier about we talking about fun and games, but for somebody, their ego be hurt when they lose a fight. You know, that's why I can respect certain people. Like they could win and with honor, lose with honor.
Yeah, most definitely.
But then everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was just saying about the era.
Yeah.
It changed like that. Like,
we talk about Chicago a lot and this, that, and third, but they drill scenes the same time this happened.
all this the same time. They took like all this the same time. This 2010. I think that was probably like 2012, 11. Like we might be a little older than like we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It was timeless, like them neighborhoods and that amount of kids at that same time. I don't think it can ever happen again. We got like 5 candid ladies. We got 3 bootlegs out here. I don't think that can ever be like replicable, like ever.
I just think, and you say bad luck, I know right at that time, Pepperidge, there was a lot of things happening anyway, just unrelated to his situation, but what I like the most about it is that his situation kind of stopped a lot of other situations, that makes sense. Because it could have got worse.
Most definitely.
This could be a mini Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it kind of is now, but
I said this could, we could be looking at a real YSL type shit right now.
Yeah.
Like how bad shit was for real.
So, and I commend y'all for that, because I think that was just that maturity level at least. But if you can't, because I know you was younger in this time, did you even go? You didn't go to school. You was arrested.
What, college?
Yeah, the next, like,
I went to college.
No, school. Like the next day, I remember hearing about Brandon's situation, and the next day it was school, and I know school wasn't like.
I ain't go to school till like burning down in January. I probably ain't, like March. Crazy story, Mr. Thompson, principal.
Mm-hmm.
You still there with Mr. Thompson?
Yeah, white guy.
Black guy.
No, I wasn't. Nope.
Black chubby guy. Man, I stopped coming to school like after Brandon. So he come to my house and like, hey man, this principal, he like, I just want you to come to church with me and my wife. I want to get you out of the house. So me and my old lady that I'm still with, we went to church with him and his wife. And he took me to his house after church. Big house, like 4-car garage, cars all in here, upstairs, downstairs. He like, you see this, bro? I see this potential in you. He like, I just need you to come back to school, try my best to help you graduate. I feel like you'll be here one day. Like he gave me the most motivation ever, bro. And I went back. I was still in 11th grade. I supposed to been in 12th. Last day of school, I got my last credit
What?
and
What's up?
graduated.
That's
So I
dope.
probably graduated last in my class, but you know.
Chill out, man. Hey, it ain't about that, bro. It ain't about that. Hey, long as you graduated, that's what matters. You know
Last
what
day
I'm
of
saying?
school credit, got out of there.
And I'm sure
And went to college.
your mom was happy, and Brandon definitely was happy for you. You know. So shout out to him. Shout out to the principal. That's a dope
Shout out to
story.
the principal,
That's a
for
dope
sure.
story.
Mr. Thompson. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like him. I love him.
That's dope. What was your feeling like though? Like after that happened to get arrested, like I don't know. I'm not saying connection, but to get arrested around that situation, how'd that make you feel? Cause you missed the candlelight.
Yeah, I definitely missed the game. Dark cloud, bro. I promise. I be trying to rethink these days, and it's a little fuzzy. I ain't gonna lie. Like as far as like thinking about what my thoughts was, then
Right.
I know where I was at, and I don't know what I was actually. Probably something evil.
You know, I mean, yeah, makes sense. But just getting back, I want to get back to the project though. But that's how the project opens up. So to me knowing what I know and hearing the music, I'm like, I like that. I like when people put real stuff in the music. That's the kind of music I like. And then you go on from there, and then every song it seems like got its own little vibe. But everything just make you refocus. It's still like, let's get this money.
Yeah.
This might happen. Let's get this money. You know, is it hard to make music and you making motivational music, but to the naked eye, it's like you're glorifying something.
If you're not listening, that's what it's gonna sound like. But all of it is on purpose. I want the younger crowd to be able to listen to this, but I want you to actually hear what I'm saying to you too. Like you said, our parents can tell us like, well, we've been through that, or they have been through that, really been through that. But I'm trying to let y'all know, like, when you get to my age, I'm 31, man, you gonna want to make sure you got your priorities straight. You gonna want benefits, like you said. You go on the ownership or something, man. All these little teenage games out the window. And that's what I vowed myself when I got out of prison. I was like, I'm not coming home doing what I was doing when I was 15, 14, shooting dice, trading money with my partners all day. I'm trying to trade money with the world.
I'm glad you said that. I gotta ask you this question. I like to keep it a buck, so I gotta ask that question after you say that. So when you say forever throwing tools, is that more metaphoric for you than actually just really throwing, you know what I'm saying? Like gang banging, so to speak.
Yeah, it's more like wherever I'm at, we just forever throwing tools. Like, that's for all the people that's gone, like, shit, everybody. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. It's really more embrace family. You know what I mean?
I mean, that makes sense because, I mean, tools, like I said, it could be symbolic for something. It's not necessarily like, hey, I'm beat your ass if you say F this town, but it's more so thinking about where I came from. You think about the branding, you know, you think about maybe things that happened, getting arrested around that time. All the stuff that's related to tools is like, it made me who I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you was really thinking, you know, I'm just, you know, beat the hell out of you if you do this. No. All right, and then like music wise, like how you plan on marketing the project? Because I know you got the music out now and you letting it sizzle, but what's your steps going forward to like continue to market the project?
Honestly, like I told you, 7 days, my first mindset was, well, I'm finna give him another mixtape next month. He keep telling me not to do it. Like I feel like I can just drop tapes back to back and let people just find the music and be like, because I really don't know the blueprint behind it for real.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't even make nothing up for you. So my plan was to go Lil Wayne mode and drop hella music.
So I had heard something today before I came here. I watched it. You heard of L.A. Russell or La Russell?
Yeah.
All right, so it's a clip he posted, and he said something like he'll make a 5 to 7, song EP or whatever, and he'll make 3 pieces of content for each song.
Seen the same. Yeah.
That I think that'd be dope for this well, because you probably can make more because every song is fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if you only had 5 good songs or 4 good songs and you got to work with something. But in videos, you gonna make videos for everything?
I got 5 videos stashed right now. Yep.
That's dope. So you bought your business?
Yeah.
You gotta rubber. So who managed Mook? Who managed DJ Mook?
Mook.
You gotta give him a Mac.
Mook.
Get him a Mac. You know
gotta
what I'm
give him a Mac.
Gotta get him a Mac.
Mac,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
man. He talking about.
Yeah. Gotta be.
Yeah, most definitely.
Damn.
He did, man. That's one of my biggest motivators. I ain't lying. When I'm not feeling it, man, that's who calling me. Hey, man, they get it.
I have to ask you the only, and I don't know, rappers like talking about stuff I don't know, but you kind of brought it up. So I want to ask, like, you did mention like being with the same person since you was in high school.
Say it again.
Being with the same woman since you was in high school.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like,
most definitely.
That's rare. So
Yeah.
Clap it up for you for that. Hold on, clap it up for you for that. Real quick, right? But what's the idea behind that though? Like what why you think that was for you?
Like, why I'm still with the same woman?
I'm not saying it's wrong. Yes, I'm just
No, I'm
asking.
saying, don't you just ask me?
Yeah. Like
Why?
not why. I mean, that's that crazy. I'm not asking why. I'm saying like what is it that you said in high school I met this woman, but I'm staying with this woman? Because sometimes people that it's everything's a
Just
phase for high school.
she a real person. Like I said, my mama my best friend. I feel like she my best friend too. Like I ain't had to do all that, try to sneak hide, whatever. That's just my best friend. She does. Them visitations in prison, she was done every month. I'm 4 hours away. She does every month. Like it's just certain signs she showed me. A great mother, things like that. I got to keep around.
That's dope. And then support wise, like, do you feel like you get enough support from like your peers or your family, just people in general, as far as with the music and just keep you going?
Definitely. I feel like I'm very loved, highly blessed. Everybody love me. I feel like in my world, I feel like everybody will love me. So yes, definitely supportive.
I seen you post something. You was like how I don't know if it was I think it was your daughter. You said your daughter either said something to somebody that was playing your music.
Most definitely. She seen somebody at the cookout. She was at my mama's house at the playground, and somebody was out there throwing a cookout, but they was playing my music at the cookout, and she tapped her big cousin was like, "Hey, I think that's my daddy," and he was like, "Going out soon." She was like, "All right," and went to go out. Like, "Who you listen to?" Like Tayrich. Like, "That my daddy." Like that.
How did that feel? Like, what's that feel like?
Man, wonderful, man. I feel like everything, that was my goal. Like I told you, I dropped the tape for my daughter, and for her not to even be around me and hearing other people play it, that was wonderful.
And I asked that question because people talk a lot of times, and we have these goals or what we expect from a project and stuff like that, right? What is your expectations from this project and then just going forward? Like what you expect this
just
project
building an
to do
organic fan base, a genuine fan base, somebody that's gonna keep following the story and keep it going and just want to hear it. I'm not looking for no label. I think I can do it myself for sure. You got to find the right steps.
And also with making other projects or whatever, like what you call it, the mixtape or a project? I kept saying project because some people think mixtape is offensive. So I don't know if you think that's an offensive term.
I really let everybody else been naming the album. I really just said Forever Throwing Tools.
That's how I feel like. Yeah. I feel like
I just put Forever Throwing Tools.
I felt like I heard
say
all original
solo tape. I did say that. So, but just the song.
Everything that sound original though. Sound like original music. I feel like mixtape is like for at least for our era.
Remixing the songs. Yeah, correct.
Somebody else beat, you rap on there. Correct. You do your flow, whatever. And how would you describe like your rapping style? Because it's not the regular rapping way.
I did it on purpose. I like a lot of my projects with the group, we was doing a lot of auto tune, a lot of harmonizing, a lot of melodies, and I was like, bro, I ain't doing no auto tune. I ain't trying to be the most lyrical person. I ain't trying to be Kendrick. I was like, I'm finna just go in, whatever first thing come to my mind, like, you know how we sit around and freestyle? Yeah. Like, it was like that. So whatever first thing I say on the beat, I just went ahead and with it with no trying to be too much of nothing.
So you don't write raps?
Do I write it and I punch in?
So you're a freestyler, technically speaking.
I guess, if that's what you want to call it. Punch in.
Like what's your method? Like, I mean, so you go into the studio, like, you already know what you're doing, you got the beats already. Like, what's your preparation?
I can't listen to a beat more than 5 times. I got to hear if I like it, I'm going, what up? Like I said, first thing I say, it got to be on Pro Tools when I even hear it, though. Like, so that's a little time consuming in itself. Because as soon as I hear it, I want to say something.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know music. What does that mean? Pro Tools?
Pro Tools, as soon as you put it on a session and put the instrumental on, I'm ready to record before you can play it for real.
And so, once I play it, you ready to go in the booth at that point?
Yeah, especially if I can get the first 4 bars in, it's over. We're going through the whole song.
So you walk in the room, I play hey, what's up? We shake hands, whatever. We be talking, I play the beat. You hear it, you just go in the booth at that point.
Yeah.
Waste no time, really.
Yeah, 5 times I'm aggravated with the beat.
So if I play the beat 5 times, it's over. That's it.
I'm walking out the room for real. Like somebody just invited me to the studio last night, and I was like, they're like, go be like 25 people. I was like, I want to come, but in my head, I'm like, man, I know they're going to play the beat over and over. I'm going to walk out.
So what you refer to as being in the studio by yourself or the crew of people?
Yeah, by myself for real. Get in my own little mode. I'm going to change the beat if I don't like it. versus this dude still freestyling to it. Come on, let's do this one. I heard this shit 20 times. I don't even wanna do this shit.
Hey, so when you get aggravated, like, what's your vibe like when you get aggravated in the studio?
Rick Ross on 85 South Show. I'm out of here.
That's funny. Yeah.
What a bathroom, at, bro. What a bathroom.
But you prefer to call by yourself at this point. So
Yeah,
you plan on
yeah.
doing the tape, having features? Like, are you a feature heavy? Not really, not caring? Like,
I just shot a video with Jayla yesterday, feature. I did a feature with Jayla yesterday.
There's a few on there. I seen that. Right?
Yeah. Like 4 of us on a Flip, C-Ball, Jayla, me. Yeah.
I like C-Ball, I'm not gonna lie.
C-Ball.
C-Ball
nice.
can rap.
Classical.
Yeah.
Great music.
But he's a rapper. Like, you know, he
yeah.
bars.
Mm.
And if I ask you what style you have, because I feel like yours is more, it's just good music, like melodic, not necessarily singing, but it's like I feel like you was whispering. Am I tripping?
No, I was.
Okay,
That's correct.
because I was talking to my daughter this morning because I took her to school,
Yeah.
and I feel like I don't know, she was mad. She just kept like talking like real low.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you talking like Batman for? And then I started thinking, I was like, you sound like Tayrich. You know what that is? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You was like,
I was definitely rapping in lowercase letters.
what was the idea behind that?
I don't know. It just felt like a vibe for real. It just felt like a vibe. It was like I wasn't trying to do too much. I wasn't trying to make you like yell at it like on some DMH. I wasn't trying to do too much. It was just trying to keep it simple as possible for real.
And low as possible. Did they tell you to speak up in the studio or no? Everything was just like chill.
I record myself.
Oh, you your own.
Everything, yeah.
You gotta lead off with that, man. You've been talking for an hour now. You ain't tell me you record your own stuff.
I went to school for this.
What school?
Out of Atlanta Art Institute.
Okay, so all right, you went to school to record.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta say these things in the beginning, man. I feel like we could have went a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't mentioned going to school.
I ain't go to school long.
It's all,
This to the beginning, right?
you said I ain't go to school long.
I went to school like
Just enough, huh? I know what I'm doing. I'm out, y'all.
3/4 or something.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah. Matter of fact, cool story too. I forgot. I might owe you some money. You don't even know. I'm chilling with Taquasia at her school one day, and we get a boot on the car. I think she called you to pay it.
Yeah,
she did.
We would definitely
she did.
we'll revisit that after the
Stuck in the damn
podcast.
boat.
I remember that day she called me that. I was so pissed off. I'm like, "Fuck you doing this?"
Yeah, we stuck.
Yeah, it was all good.
I know Monique. Shout out my sister Monique too.
Yeah. You might win some money. That's fine. You just cash out me. No big deal. But far as like the next project, I know you say you don't want to. You want to put one out. You mentioned you want to put one out. I do feel like overloading people with music sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me.
People miss what you're putting out. So like, I feel like make the music you're doing. So still make it, but hold on to it. I know it's gonna be hard because if it's fire, it's hard to hold stuff.
If I listen to it 5 times,
I already know you see. Yeah, don't listen to it.
how many songs I got, bro?
Give them to him. Give them to him.
I don't even want to listen to him no more.
But those ones you gotta put out. You just
Sound like him.
Yeah, you got like get people involved. So like maybe they get a free shirt or something. If you go through the shares, everybody should just get a free no longer homo shirt, right? It's 29 shares. Put the name in the thing. You go live doing it, whatever. Like it's content. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And now it's a shirt. Boom. And it's a song you already had. You throwing out, and you just still use those things. You know, that's what I would do. 100 songs is a lot
100 songs is a lot.
to me. I don't rap. Yeah.
How many podcasts you got? How many
A lot.
episodes?
More than 100, but these
That's what I'm
90
saying.
minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You're talking 5 minutes versus 90.
But I'm in the same process as you. It's gonna take me the same amount of time. I'm doing 90 minutes with you.
Might be. Oh, I don't mess around. This is gonna be out ASAP. Like, I go home.
See, that's what I'm saying. If I could do that and just upload like you upload, I feel better.
You could.
But if I save it, I'm not gonna feel good. That's like you saving your episodes for 2 years from now. Like,
I got something like that. Yeah. But let me tell you why. Because it's like, it's funny to say it's a mindset thing, but you gotta have a vision.
yeah.
So like I got episodes that with my kids that you'll see snippets. People ask me like, can I see the full thing of it? Ain't coming out yet. I might want to wait till my daughter 18, put some stuff together. You know, I want it to be to us. And then also might be stuff I put out that you can see clips of it, but you can't see the full podcast just because I'm saving it for something else. Might be a deal I get.
But you
know what I'm
put
saying?
snippets out.
Some to tease them, but if people asking about it, I'm like, you can't get the real thing.
For 2 years though?
I'm holding it sometimes.
Bro, you not a hoarder like that.
When you got good content, so like this. So I look at this like, imagine you got a song and let's say for instance you get a Chris Brown feature, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't imagine right now you ready to put out a song Chris Brown.
Who ain't?
See,
I'm holding that.
but look, it's the thing.
I'm talking shit. But yeah, I get it.
It
Yeah,
may
you
not
definitely
do
gotta
what
be
you
right.
expected to do, and now people, you might need them to know you for your new project first, and then when they hear that Chris Brown record, like, yo, this guy, he got a lot. And hear that Chris Brown record first, and then I go back and hear that, I'm like, what if it's not the same vibe? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I don't like that content? You might have a Sex Lady song, whatever, with Chris Brown, whatever. All I'm saying is like, you gotta be mindful of how people get to.
But if I got 100 songs out already and I get Chris Brown, you don't think that'll make everybody go and listen to my 100 songs?
No.
That's how I listen to artists though. I had one song and I go and listen to their whole catalog.
It depends on. So you saying
when I first heard ESTG, I like, that ain't dope.
What song was it? What song was it?
I can't even think of it, but when I went and looked them up, I'm like, he been rapping for 3 years. I don't think he a new artist. But I went and seen his whole catalog. I'm like, oh, he been putting in the work. How they make it seem like it's overnight,
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in. I don't think it's overnight. I think you got to have some type of history, some type of portfolio. You can't even get a job without nothing like that.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's why I feel like, I'm not saying you got to hold it for 2 years, but I'm saying hold it. And you got to, I would think you would calculate a Chris Brown record. Like you don't treat a Chris Brown record like you treat a solo record you recorded one Thursday night because you was in the studio. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you did a Chris Brown record, you're not going to put it out tomorrow. I mean, you might want to, but hey, let's put some more pieces together. Let's set up a tour. Let's set this up, and then let's drop it. That's something you got to calculate.
Yeah,
it's
good
a Chris Brown record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You throw that out, that's crazy. That's like just throwing $10,000 down the drain. You know?
Yeah, most definitely.
You gotta make sure he on board with certain things. Like you might want to shoot a video. Is he going to show the video? You gotta have some amount of money for that. You know?
That's
like
if his label even clear. If not, I'm just lease them. Just
I guess I say it. I say like when you got a lot of music like that, you gotta be strategic in how you putting it out. I would think.
Yeah, correct. You do
because you could put 100 tracks out today. That means somebody listen to it.
Correct.
Put out
but I ain't looking for it. I'm not looking at it like that though. I'm looking at it when y'all do hear this song y'all like. Y'all finna see all this shit in here. That's how I feel.
If you got 100 charts, you put a song every Friday.
I was thinking that too.
Like you have a day, you know what I'm saying? Put it out. I don't know if you're going live. I don't know how everybody do the content, go live, da. But yeah, I think you set it up. And then you could use them songs, because I guess you can call them throwaway songs because you heard them too much. You could use those as ways to like get people in, you know? And then a song you don't like, it's my thoughts. A song you don't like, an artist from here might want to jump on it. I like that joint. Let me jump on it. Oh, I like that joint. Can I buy it from you and I just change it around? You might not like the song no more.
Yeah.
Now you done made something better for a song that you weren't gonna do no with anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause what you doing with music, I take C-Ball for instance.
Yeah.
You might do something to a song, you're like, yo, I like this, but can I change your verses and like write my own, but you say on the hook?
Yeah.
And now I got a feature off your song.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I see Drake do it all the time. That's why I be saying like, what's that song? Jamie Foxx, Fall for Your Type.
Yeah.
That came out 3 years before that. Drake was singing it. It was horrible. But, you know, because he can't sing that well, you know what I'm saying? But when Jamie Foxx sung it,
it's over.
It went up.
Correct.
You think he liked that song at the time? Hell no, he probably hated that song at the time.
Yeah,
but
most definitely.
Jamie Foxx heard it and say, yo, I
could do something to this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I would say, or keep them songs as for session songs. Play them when you're in the studio with these other artists. Like, so you never know what them songs gonna come by. And then you're melodic and you can make music that quick. Some artists can't. They struggle with that. So now you think you got 100 records, you probably got 100 hooks. You see what I'm saying? You got 100, I forgot the term for the song. You know what I'm saying? But what's the song? Like when it's a track, I forgot the name, but they say Drake be getting those, like reference tracks. You got 100 reference tracks.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like you might have 100 of artists that can just.
I thought you didn't know nothing about none of this.
I know a little something, something. You know what I'm saying? I know about marketing. You know?
You want to be my marketer?
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I got you on camera. Watch out.
Once you pay what you owe, then we go from there. Right? You got to pay that boot fee first, and then we go from there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Think about it right now, because I ain't have it that day, but because it was a little sis, I had to give it up. Had to eat noodles the next day, man.
For sure, brother.
It hit different. You got to eat noodles the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to eat steak, but it's all good.
Okay.
But yeah, man, like I just see a lot of potential in what you can do, especially with the music, but on the branding side too. I like y'all knew, like, see, he had the No Longer Homo shirt. That's the first one I saw. Not the first one I saw. The other one I saw. But I know you had different brands, different types. So I like that. Like I seen, I guess behind the scenes, some stuff for a video shoot. Whatever you had on was fire too.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, that was fire. Like whatever you had on was fire. So I like the brand. You know, I like all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all bringing me the shirt because I'm here at my next thinking out loud. So I try to look out for everybody. You know, if I can.
My boy, appreciate it.
But like for you, like tell people where they can find you. Like what's some stuff that you got out that aside from this new project that they can go find and listen to as well.
Check me out on IG, No Longer Humble CEO. On Facebook, S.A. Tayrich. What you got, man? No Longer Humble campaign.
I ain't know who was texting me. I was like, what?
Hey, everybody said the same thing.
Now,
everybody said the same thing.
It's the funniest thing in the world. He probably haven't noticed, right? So I'm outside in Pepperidge, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of ever doing tools, I'm outside in Pepperidge, just outside, just playing with my kid. I forgot what I was doing. I see him. I say, "What's up?" Because this man, he drive by. He spin around. I'm like, all right, what's going on? Because I know you trying to play basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I'm like, "What's good?" He's like, "Hey, what's up? The podcast?" I'm like, "What is he talking about?"
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. He'll tell you. I was like, "Yeah, what about it? Yeah, what's up? Like I'm spinning him like I normally would spin somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
Then I said, "Oh, this is." Yeah, the whole time I ain't know it was you, bro. I swear to God.
Oh, you like?
No, I didn't know. Like when you were saying no longer, I thought it was him. Because it just say no longer campaign. I ain't go through the pictures. It just messed. I'm thinking it's him.
Yeah.
So when you pull up, I'm like, what are you talking about? Podcast. I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, we gonna do it. Yeah. I ain't know what you're talking about. When you drove off, I said, oh, this is mad.
Hit light bulb.
So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I ain't know. But that's what's up, man. Yeah. Sometimes, cause I don't tell anybody no. I don't believe in telling people like no, they can't on a podcast because I don't feel like I'm holier than thou, but I do feel like it's a time and place for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't always for everybody, especially rappers, because everybody can't interview. Everybody can't speak. Everybody shouldn't. This might hurt you more than help you. And that I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I knew you could. I knew you could talk. I know you, but also like I said, I like the music, so I wanted to talk to y'all. But yeah, man, this was dope. I like your outfit. Your outfit. Yeah, you got an outfit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely thankful for being a part of More Than the Masters.
Hey man, you know, I feel like people, it's if you symbolize it. You know what I'm saying? You symbolize not only a time in Augusta where people talk about and it's kind of documenting a lot of stuff, but you also symbolize that time. That's why I asked you about the past, because I always think like, what about now? Like, so when people was doing all this in school, like, what happened when y'all teach at Walmart now?
Everything cool. Matter of fact, before I came here, somebody from 23rd just called my partner Slugger. He just called me on my way here to let me know he got a video shoot coming up and he need an outfit. Shout out my boy Slugger, man.
And when you think about it, 10 years ago, these calls wouldn't happen. These
about 14 years ago.
Yeah, so see what I'm saying? Like, it just to see the evolution of people and all y'all growth, people that's still around.
You can even see it in Chicago right now. You see what Chicago doing.
Yeah,
they doing the same thing. If you see it, like, people understand when you getting older, it's about this money. Better get to it. You're gonna be lonely and broke.
Yeah, man. But definitely shout out to you, man. I appreciate you coming through. I'm gonna keep playing the music. And send me music. Send me a song. If it's something you just worried about or you don't know how people, send it to me. I'll play it. If it's trash, I'll tell you. I ain't gonna play it.
You gonna tell me it's trash?
I'll tell you, like, no, you'll know because it won't get played on here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You gonna tell me it's trash?
I'll tell you. Like, that
I don't
ain't
think
it.
you gonna tell me.
You don't think
I don't think
you really don't know me.
I must don't.
I really will tell you it's trash. I swear to God.
Tell me.
I swear to God.
Was it none of the songs on the project was trash?
I ain't saying none of them was trash, but they all went together.
I want to know which one was trash then.
I gotta play it. Let me play a little bit more.
Okay.
I'll tell you. I ain't gonna tell you. I'm not gonna say it on here, so you can listen to it. Listen to the whole thing. Because I also want to give nobody an idea of what your music is. I want them to go see for themselves.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But regardless of the fact, it's no skippable, so if that makes sense. So however you got it sequenced, it just makes sense. So I might not like track 3, I might like track 4, but
how
I'm not gonna skip track 3 because I like leading up to track 4. If that makes sense.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I like how you put that.
That's how this in music though. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like the sequence is everything. And this
You rather
sequence
projects
right.
over singles?
Definitely. For certain people. If you can't make a project, don't make a project. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't make one, don't make one. Just make your singles. But I can't be the person to tell you that.
Yeah,
the money's in projects.
Yeah, I just want to know.
What you like?
My first project, so I'm gonna have to go with singles. But I feel like I get stuck and out of my zone with singles. A project made me lock in for 7 days straight. Like, I'm finna go ahead and do this because I want to do this.
This last question I asked you, And I was asking this question last year, but then I stopped. I guess I'm gonna start back up. When you think about Augusta, like what does Augusta mean to you?
More than the Masters, like you said, like for real, like it makes so much sense. Like it's, especially the time we was born in, like I was telling you, it can never be duplicated. Like that right there is my Augusta for me. And that time right there will always live in me. And I wish every child could experience it, besides the death parts. The childhood part, most definitely.
That's what's up, man. Look, I appreciate you coming through, man. Hold it down. Morning Masters Podcast, we out.